Warhammer 40,000 9th edition battle report. It's the Retributors Space Marines versus the Necrons.
All Retributors, be advised Necron warfront moving in from the south. We must secure the field.
Orbital's children, your chance to withdraw from this war zone has expired. Now face the consequences.
Brother Captain, we're outnumbered. Their numbers are legion. Deploy as instructed, brother. This war zone belongs to the Retributors.
Back to Warzone Morloc 40k. Handsome Patrick back in the house. We have a copy of Indomitus in hand. Happy Indomitus weekend to everyone. Well, it's been a few days, but by the time you watch this, we've got it in hand. I know some of you didn't. Scalpers can go.
Interesting, they've actually made it cheaper because you can buy it for Games Workshop for £45. You can buy it for a scalper on eBay for 20. So I don't know how.
Hooray for scalpers! They're all right. We're all just people. Everyone makes mistakes. Welcome to everyone that joined us recently, subscribed after the first Retributors battle report that we featured last week. Welcome to the Warzone. Those of you who are watching this battle report and are brand new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It really helps us grow. We're going to push for the 10k barrier, are we not?
We'll get there. We will.
We'll get there indeed. We will. Whether it's this year or next year, we'll just keep going.
20 years.
Yeah, because our policy is low quality, high volume. So we're gonna bombard you with battle reports until you're sick of us. Today's game is the Retributor Space Marines again versus the Celtic Dynasty Necrons.
And I painted up some new Retributors as well.
You did. We've got all the contents of the new set on display, more or less.
Yeah.
Bikes that everyone's after. Outriders.
Eradicators. The Melter dudes. And some new Assault Intercessors that I finished this morning.
By the way, who loves the new Gladiator variant battle tank that's been previewed?
I love the one that looks like a Bile Predator. I think that's the absolute.
Yeah, there's bound to be a Bile version of that.
Yeah.
And when those are released, you'll be able to pick those up from the Bad Moon Cafe. Segue of the century. London's premium wargaming venue. Go and check it out. Social distance gaming, cafe, food, discounts on all Games Workshop products, flat whites, beers, pizzas.
It's good that it's reopened. I've been down there and played a few games. It's good getting out of the house.
It's great.
Yeah, not playing in the basement again. It's good.
What's wrong with here? Well, we're in a shed, we're not underground. And we've got the doors open so we can breathe.
We're playing one of the new missions straight from the Grand Tournament pack today. It's called Battle Lines. It's a 2,000 point strike force. And we're actually using the new points today. Last time we had to rough guess, but we've got all the points nailed down, so it's going to be 2,000 points, and this is what you'll expect to see in games going forward. There's 4 objectives. You get 5 points for holding 1 objective, another 5 points if you hold 2, and another 5 points if you hold more than your opponent. And then, which is new for 9th edition, you have secondary objectives, which we'll decide on once we've set up the table and put the armies in place.
Saucy. We've got lovely limited edition Warhammer 40,000 coins, again, as our objective markers. And it's going to be a brutal game. Really looking forward to it. It's Necrons, it's still the 8th edition codex, but we've got some saucy new units from Indomitus with some new, particularly the Overlord buffing all units rather than just infantry, which I'm hoping might be quite handy because I can roll 1s for my nation. And Pat can roll 6s with his demon luck.
And I just finished a new Necrons Tactic Sheet as well, which will be available in the description below for you to download.
Be sure to check out Handsome Patrick's cheat sheets, available in the link below. 2,000 points, Retributor Space Marines versus Saltec Dynasty Necrons, coming in hot.
Thanks for watching. This is my 2,000 points of Astartes Retributors. I've got a single battalion detachment. For my HQ choices, I have the captain in the middle, who is a chapter master, and warlord. He has the warlord trait Hand of Dawn, which regains me D3 command points at the start of the game, and the relic Eye of Hypnoth, which is reroll 1s to wound. My other HQ choice on the left, I have the librarian, who has 2 powers, Iron, Inferno and Fortify. And then lastly, I have the chaplain, who has Canticle of Hate, and I paid a command point for the additional warlord trait Fleet Master. Making up my troops choices, I have the new Assault Intercessors, 5 of those, all with the Astartes Chainsword, the new one with -1 AP, and then the Sergeant has a plasma pistol. The other 2 troops choices, I have one 5-man unit of Intercessors with auto bolt rifles, and one 10-man unit of Intercessors with auto bolt rifles as well. For elites, I have a 5-man unit of Reavers with bolt carbines, and a Redemptor Dreadnought with Macroplasma Incinerator and Underslung Onslaught Gatling. For fast attack, I have a unit of Outriders, the new ones. Just painted these up, basically finished them today because the box set came out yesterday.
Face is still wet.
And then for heavies, I have the Repulsor Executioner at the back there. It's bare bones, but it's got the heavy laser destroyer and the heavy onslaught there. And my other heavy slot is the new Eradicators with the melter rifles, so they'll be really good to use as well, just painted up. And then lastly, I've got 2 transport choices. I've got the Repulsor on the left with the heavy onslaught and the twin las cannon, bare bones as well, no upgrades. And then the Impulsor, which has the orbital comms array.
2,000 points of brand new Saltec Dynasty Necrons. My warlord is going to be my Cryptek. He's going to take the relic, the Veil of Darkness, to shift around. He's got the Chronometron for the 5+ invul save bubble, and he's going to take the warlord trait Immortal Pride. Other warlord choices, I have the new Overlord model here, brand new from the Indomitus set. See if he can boost the shooting. I've got the Scorpec Lord here, looking beefy. Other units, I've got Scorpec Destroyers with their little friend who can help out. I've got 5 Destroyers, 2 Doomsday Arcs, hopefully with some better shooting than what I'm used to. The Canoptic Reanimator, brand new model there. Let's see what he can do, buffing some warriors. Got 3 Wraiths. On the right hand side we have a Doom Scythe, hopefully going to showcase some of the new flying rules and abilities. 3 Tomb Blades with the Tesla carbines, along with 5 Immortals also with Tesla. And finally, just the bulk of the army is 2 troops choices there, 10 warriors and 17 warriors respectively, just because of points. The board is set up thusly. Objectives, they're not numbered because they're all of equal value. So there, 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 and there.
Yeah, so Bill won the roll off and chose this side over here, and you deployed first, didn't you?
Indeed.
Can I run through your deployment?
Yeah, so on this side we've got 5 Immortals and the Wraiths behind the wall there, with the Croissant of Death holding behind, a Doomsday Arc floating on the ramparts. Down here we got 10 Warriors, 3 Tomb Blades, an Overlord at the back there, the big blob of warriors there, the 17 blob, along with the Warlord in the middle. Over this side, the what do we end up calling it? Canoptic something or other. Reanimator, that's the one. Is there. Doomsday Arc and Immortal, Destroyers, sorry, over there. And in reserve, I've chosen to put my Scorpec Lord and Scorpec Destroyers in reserve to see if they can survive turn 1, which they will do, and then get stuck in. And on your side, Pat?
I put my Redemptor out here, and then I've got a unit of 5 Intercessors on the objective, my Chapter Master back here, my Phobos Librarian, Outriders back here, the Repulsor Executioner with the Eradicators in here, the Repulsor with 10 Intercessors inside over here, and then over here the Impulsor with 5 Assault Intercessors inside, and the Chaplain.
And the Chaplain and a Death Machine.
You can see in the Impulsor, in the Repulsor Executioner, in the Repulsor, and then in Deep Strike for...
What's that beautiful mat that you've put your reserves in, Patrick?
It's a command mat.
It says it on the... It does what it says on the tin.
Which I ordered from China, which should be a foot longer.
Yeah, yeah.
But unfortunately, it got lost a bit in translation, so we've got half a command mat at the moment, but
yeah.
Hopefully we'll have some more.
This is the prototype, but if you're interested, Patrick might be offloading them at the back of a lorry.
Yeah. What the idea was just to keep it at the edge of the mat and just have it all organised like that.
Yeah, where the boards are shrinking down by 1 foot on each side, this could easily place over your 6 foot mat, giving you an area where you can put your reserves, your cards, your dice, etc.
Yeah.
The primary objectives are obviously to seize the objective's coins, which are worth 5 command points.
Yeah, 5 command points if you hold 1, another 5 command points if you hold 2, another 5 command points if you hold more than your opponent.
Sure.
And you score that at the beginning of the second
command phase.
Yeah. And then we pick secondaries. So Bill picked Bring It Down, which is 2 victory points at the end of the battle for each monster or vehicle with a wound characteristic of 10 or less that is destroyed, and 3 VP for each enemy monster or vehicle with a wounds characteristic of 11 or more that is destroyed. I think I'll probably go for that as well, because Bill's got some big units.
I've got some tasty options, yeah.
So that's a good one for us to get.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
And then Bill also took First Strike, which is 5 VP at the end of the battle if any enemy units were destroyed in the first battle round, and an additional 3 if more enemy units than friendly units were destroyed that battle round.
Excrement.
And I've taken Attrition, which is score 4 victory points at the end of the battle round if there are more enemy units than friendly units destroyed this round.
Okay, so you're looking for a heavy death toll.
Kill more each turn, which is really tough, I think. And then lastly, we've both taken the progressive objective, which is the optional one in here. At the end of each of your command phases, you score 3 victory points if you control the objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone, and 2 for each objective marker you control is not in either player's deployment zone. So that's the middle ones. You can't score it in the first battle round though.
Okay, so there's a lot to play for the middle of the board there.
Yeah. That's it. It should force both armies forward.
Tasty! Tasty, Patrick. I fancy it.
Yeah.
This could be the day where I turn you over.
It could be.
Don't put your mortgage on it, though, because you will lose your house. All it's have to do, roll off for turn 1?
Yeah.
It's a strong one.
Oh, it's a 1 as well.
No way. Patrick's one and only one. Let's go again.
I got 2.
I rolled a 1 again.
Oh, no!
People in the comments of the last game did tell me to burn my dice to the ground, and I didn't listen, but now I ruined the day. So, first or second, Patrick?
Oh, we go first, yeah.
Of course you are. It's Retributors, turn 1.
I moved the Dreadnought up over here, and then the Repulsor Executioners come across. I've left the Eradicators inside for now, and he's moved less than half, so hoping to shoot twice.
Good.
The Intercessors have spread around the objective, the Chapter Master stays still. Over here, the Librarian advanced round, and the Bikes moved around as well, but didn't advance. Over here, the Repulsor came over, Intercessors still inside, and then over here, the Impulsors advanced onto this objective.
Now you get a command point back for
At the start of my
command phase.
Yeah.
So it pushes you
I
up to...
started with...
You're on 11 because you spent 1 on an extra relic.
and 2 for Chapter Master, so I was down to 9, so I go back up to 10 command points.
Nice.
And at the beginning of the game as well, with Hand of Dawn, my Warlord trait, I get D3 command points as well for 1. So that makes that pointless. But up to
Still.
11 command points.
Okay, with the Librarian out of range for any real psychic powers at this stage, we're straight into the shooting.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Outriders because they're a new unit.
Behold.
Bikers always get rapid fire, so it's 4 shots each, hitting on 3s into these warriors over here. I've got no rerolls over there. And then wounding on 4s, strength 4 against toughness 4. So that is 4 wounds at -1, so 5 up save.
That's 3 dead.
Dreadnought is going to shoot the underslung Gatling into the bigger unit of warriors that's already taken some casualties, and then he's going to overcharge his plasma into the Doomsday Arc.
Are you gonna?
And then I'm going to play Wisdom of the Ancients to
Yes.
reroll 1s, dropping me down to 10 command points.
10 command points left.
And he doesn't suffer the penalty for moving and shooting anymore.
Let's see what wisdom he learnt from last week.
Into the warriors, hitting on freeze and re-rolling 1s. No wisdom. Wounding on freeze.
That's our new chapter tagline.
4 wounds, AP -2 because of Devastate doctrine, but you've got 5+ invuln because of Chronometron.
Indeed.
Nice roll!
Oh right,
Just
we're rolling
roll down.
hot. I'm glad I didn't chuck them away because they were expensive.
And then 4 shots from the Stormbolter. 8 shots, isn't it?
Yes,
Dreadnought
it's 2
Sword is rapid
Stormbolters.
fire. Same unit, so 3s. 1 reroll. And then 4s. So that's 3, no AP. 2 more go down.
2 more. Brrr.
And D6 shots from the overcharged plasma into the Doomsday Arc. 4-3. Hitting on freeze, re-rolling 1s. So just 1 hit. And then wounding on a 3. Doesn't wound.
Oh, Pat. The demons have abandoned your dice rolling, have they not?
Repulsor is going to shoot its Iron Hails and its Onslaught into the Warriors, and then the Twin Las into the Tomb Blades.
Say what?
So Twin Las hitting on 4s because they're -1 to hit. Both miss.
That's a very tasty rule for the Tomb Blades, is it not?
Yeah, it's a nice little addition for them.
Yeah.
I'm really struggling with the lack of rerolls over here, which is what I normally have.
Yeah. Normally your chapter masters, your army's a little bit spread out, which is unlike you, Patrick.
Yeah.
Normally you're in a kill zone.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
picked with Marines. I'd like to stay back, but unless it's Raven Guard. But I picked.
You got a bit,
objectives
yeah.
to score.
You fancy coming out of the woodwork, having it.
So 12 shots with the heavy onslaught Gatling, hitting on freeze, and then wounding on freeze. So that is 5 at your invuln because it's AP -2.
Good thing I took that.
Nice, paid off again.
Yeah,
So that's 3 more dead.
Do. They'll be back. They'll be back.
Iron Hail, Heavy Stubber,
Yeah.
3 hits and 4s. 1 at no AP, so 1 was dead. Everything else is out of range there.
Really?
How many are left in that unit?
Enough. First 9th edition schoolboy error from me is the ones that I've picked have left me out of coherency. I am in training, and you all know this. You've all been with us long enough to know that I'm in training. However, Patrick offered for me to replace, but it's a learning day. It's a school day. So we're going to see if Patrick can finish off a few more. We'll be down to 5 or less where it wouldn't matter.
Okay. Heavy bolters into the warriors, and then the heavy laser destroyer into the Tomb Blades.
Okie dokie. What we're going with first?
Heavy bolters. Hitting on freeze, rerolling everything to the chapter master. Okay. And then freeze to wound. 3 wounds, AP -2, so that's at your invuln.
No Hypnoth benefit.
So there's 3 more dead.
That's handy.
Because they're in coherency. Just like you planned.
I foresaw it. I am the son of Malkador.
4 shots from the heavy laser destroyer into the Tomb Blades, hitting on 4s this time. With rerolls. And then wounding on 2s. So that is 4 at -4. So you get your 5 up in on
Yeah.
that.
Another 2.
Kills them outright.
Yeah.
You got 1 left, so
Lucky me.
you haven't destroyed anything. This was the thing I forgot into the warriors as well. Because they don't have flyers hitting on 4s.
Oh dear, Pat. Re-rolling because of the chapter master.
Lovely. 3s to wound. No, 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s. So 3 wounds, AP -2, but 5 up invuln.
5 plus. We make 1, 2 more go down.
Just 3 left. But crucially, I think that's the end of my shooting, and there's nothing more
Annoying than not killing a blob of warriors.
Now, if anyone read the last cheat sheet, what I'm going to do now was the special at the bottom. So I'm going to have a triple orbital bombardment, hopefully.
Good.
Starting with the impulsor. They come back. So most people take the shield dome on the impulsor.
Yes.
But today I've gone for the orbital comms array. So during your shooting phase, you pick a point on the board and roll a d6. Now each unit's within that d6 takes d3 mortal wounds on a roll of 4+.
Oh, you could finish off my warrior blob.
So we'll see. So d6, I'm picking this corner here. So d6 inches for 4. So that's going to include Warriors, Cryptek,
and the 2 blades and the Overlord.
And then just out here. So we'll start with the Warriors, d3 mortal wounds. 4-3. Sorry, I didn't roll to see if it went off first.
Well, roll off now to see if it goes off.
No, because I'll keep that roll. That means it wasn't successful. It has to be on a 4+. So
I see. Okay. Well, I was going to be generous, but so.
No, let's play it as it is.
Pre-reanimation, phase reanimation.
Yeah, that's my mistake. And then on the Cryptek, on a 5+, because it's a character, goes off, and d3 mortal wounds. 4-3.
Oh man.
I think he's probably got living metal, so we'll get one back anyway.
Yeah.
Overlord on a 5+. Yep, and then d3 for 2.
Okay, 2 on the Overlord.
Again, probably got living metal. And then on the Tomb Blade, lastly on a 4+ for this one. Doesn't go off. Okay.
Alright.
Now, I'm going to use the Captain's Warlord trait for Master of Ordnance. So he's going to do exactly the same. Same point.
No!
Okay, so, and this is once per battle with him. On a 4+, they take d3 mortal wounds. Sorry, it's inches first. So that's 6 inches.
Yeah.
So that's them.
I think you might get the Reanimator as well.
Maybe the Reanimator, definitely him.
And these warriors here.
And these warriors. So we'll start with this unit here on a 4+. No.
Sweet!
The Cryptek on a 5+. No. The Reanimator on a 4+. Yes. D3 mortal wounds. 4-3.
Wow.
The Overlord on a 5+.
I am your Overlord.
The Tomb Blade on a 4+. No. And the Warriors on a 4+. No.
Do you know what? I think I really got away with it there.
And now,
and now
I'm going to pay 3 command points, dropping me down to 8 for the Stratagem Orbital Bombardment. So this is going to be a 3rd Orbital Bombardment.
Man.
Which so far has been completely ineffective.
But let's tell you what, let's flush some more command points down the toilet and see what happens.
Okay, so d6 inches for 4.
Okay.
So everything apart from
The Reanimator was out of
these
range.
ones, yeah.
And the Warriors.
So on a 4+ on the Warriors. Okay.
No.
D3 mortal wounds. 4-1.
I saw.
5+ on the Cryptek. Yes.
Tension in the war zone.
D3 mortal wounds. 3.
Oh,
How many wounds you
I
got?
think he's probably going to be gone.
Okay, so 6 there.
We'll come back to that in a second.
Then the Overlord on a 5+.
Yeah.
No. Tomb Blade 4+. No, and that's it.
Okay. Brutal, but costly.
I've literally had that Imperial Fist Codex for like probably nearly a year now, and ever since I read it, I was like,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. He's been saying it all the time. But
one more thing you can do is the Iron Inferno psychic power on the Librarian is an 18-inch mini orbital bombardment as well on a psychic power. So if you can line it up, you can get 4 orbital bombardments in one turn. And that's why I take the Phobos Lieutenant to deep strike him in and then do it. But because of the random deployment, it wasn't reliable.
Okay, well, I've survived by the skin of my teeth with that Warrior Blob. I'm hoping with some reanimation.
There's an issue though.
But wait, there's more.
If this guy's died, he's got your Immortal Pride.
Of
Immune
course.
to morale, so they will fail morale unless you spend the 2 command points to keep them alive.
I think that's a no-brainer from my point of view.
We'll check his wounds and come back.
He is dead as a dodo. However, I'm going to play the Stratagem Resurrection Protocols. So on a 4+, he comes back to life. It's a classic. It's a classic one.
Sorry. And no more command rerolls for that.
No. Oh.
So it's still gone.
In that case, luckily you didn't pick the secondary for Warlord, so you don't get a victory point condition for that. So it's not all doom and gloom. However, these would fail morale now because they were relying on the Warlord trait Immortal Pride not to run. So I will pay the 2 command points for them to automatically pass morale.
And you can use that once per game in the new 9th edition.
Yeah, but I think it's important to play it here in this circumstance because I really want to use my Canoptic Reanimator to try and bring some of my boys back.
Yeah, killing the Warlords came out of nowhere. I really didn't expect that.
Me neither, but a classic one.
Triple bombardment can be really powerful, but it didn't kill the crucial thing which I needed to kill, which was the warrior blob. They soaked up pretty much all of the firepower on the table. I should really have shot the las cannons and the heavy destroyers at them if I could.
Potentially,
just to get rid of it, because there's 17 in that unit that could instantly reappear. But I've set up one of the objectives.
The chess pieces are in motion, Patrick.
So we'll see what happens.
Command phase. First of all, living metal, which we always remember now. The Overlord gained a win back, as did the Canoptic Reanimator. And because I auto passed morale in the previous player turn, I'm going to reanimate these bad boys now.
You get +1 to reanimation because of the new Canoptic Reanimator, though.
That's right.
Reanimating on 4s now.
Yeah, it would have been even more because of the Cryptic. But, this isn't so bad. Can you load my palm?
So 15 warriors coming back on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Another 6 warriors return.
And then 2 Tomb Blades to reanimate on a 5+.
Now I could use the stratagem there for 2 command points to bring them back because they're quite tasty.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. So 2 command points. Enhanced reanimation on the Tomb Blades. It's a 1. Oh, it doesn't pay off, so it didn't really pay off that the command point stratagem. It's hopefully with the new codex reanimation may work slightly differently, but I do get 6 warriors back there, but the single Tomb Blade remains on his own. The Wraiths have passed through the wall here as with their special ability, an advanced 1 inch unfortunately, but we're still heading in the right direction. The Warrior Blob has also moved up. The Overlord has moved up with the new, Patrick reminded me about the new character screening rules. Yeah. The Immortals have moved up onto the ramparts to offer some covering fire. The Doomsday Ark has stayed exactly where it has to be to get its maximum power shooting. The 6 warriors are just holding fast on the objective there. Hopefully I can reanimate some more next time if they're not annihilated. Again with the reanimator. Doomsday Ark here stayed the same, and over here lastly the destroyers are pushed across the container to get a bead on. Oh, and lastly the Flying Croissant of Death has brought its deadly firepower to bear on the right hand flank. Just lastly, within the command phase, I'm going to use the Overlord to play My Will Be Done on the Doomsday Ark, which is, from what I've read, a change in how it used to be infantry. Now I'm going to put it on a Doomsday Ark to try and mitigate my satanic death rolling.
Doomsday hitting on 2s is the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. Doomsday Ark is going to try and attack the Dreadnought.
I'll play Duty Eternal. It's no longer half damage, it's just...
Take away 1 damage?
Yeah, so see if this will help him out at all.
We'll see. Okay, so D6 shots for 3.
2s. Oh god.
Yeah, it's bad. Luckily, it's worth its weight in gold. Strength, 1,000,000.
Yeah, so it must be 3s.
2 have gone through.
AP -4, isn't it?
-5 for the Doomsday Ark.
Straight through then.
Straight
no
through.
invuln on the Redemptor Dreadnought.
No, so we're looking at
2d6.
2d6 damage. So that's 5 damage.
That goes down to 1, and that goes down to 2.
No, that's disappointing. I filmed the Warriors shooting at the Dreadnought off camera because I thought it was going to be absolute toilet viewing. However, they took off for 2 wounds, which is almost as good as the what the Doomsday Ark did. So, you know, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Camera again with the Tomb Blade, it did nothing as predicted. So we're moving on to the Overlord with his Tachyon Arrow, which I'm going to shoot at the Dreadnought. Now I did advance because, you know, I forgot about all the rules and everything is as normal. So I'm looking for a 3 to hit with it. I fancy it. Gonna re-roll it.
Hits.
Huzzah! And it is a strength 12.
So threes.
3s to wound. 3. Oh, here we go.
How much?
Now it's AP -5 and it's D6 damage.
Straight through.
Yeah, so here we go. D6 damage for 6.
So that goes down to 5, leaving him on 3. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Next up to shoot is going to be the second Doomsday arc. And I'm going to be targeting the repulsor behind the impulsor. So I am rolling D6 shots to hit. It's only 2. I've used my reroll. So we go, hitting on
Threes.
3s, 2 hits.
Wounding on threes. No. Not today.
Not today. Next up, I'm going to use my destroyers against the impulsor. They don't suffer any penalties to hit because of the repulsor platform that they're on. And I'm going to play for 1 command point extermination protocols, which will allow me to reroll all failed hits and wounds. Okay, looking for 3s to hit. These are the rerolls. Done all right there. Yeah, I'm looking for 5s to wound. Appreciate that happened. Pray tell what is beneath. That's a 1. And I'm re-rolling all these to wound.
Yep.
Re-rolling those to wound.
An extra 1.
Extra 1.
And I've got 7 6-up saves to make. Just the 1. So it's 6 D3 damage. Oh yeah, easy. Look at that.
Wow!
Look at that.
Holy! What? Demon luck. Brian, if you're watching, mate,
3, 6,
We made
9,
it.
12, 15, 17.
we made it.
And does he explode on a 6+? No.
Impulsor is no more.
So he's got 6 inside. You just die on rolls of 1s like normal.
Okay.
There we go.
Curses. The fire is the Doom Scythe, which is going to be shooting all of its weapons into the repulsor. It's D3 shots with the Death Ray, which is brilliantly named. D3 shots for 3s to hit.
3 hits.
Sweet action.
3s to wound.
3s to wound, being super strength. So
Two
it's
wounds.
2.
AP -3 or 4.
Or
So straight through and 2d6 damage. 10.
wow. Test of Destructors. 8 shots. Hitting on 3s. 5s to wound. So we've got 2 wounds there. Of course, of course, we got exploding 6s. That caused this many extra shots. Hits.
And 1 extra wound.
Sweet. 3 have gone through.
No AP. So 3s. And it takes another wound down to 5.
Okay. Yeah, not too shabby. Next up is these warriors are going to be shooting at the exposed Space Marines over there. Oh dear.
2 hits.
4s to wound. 2 wounds.
AP -1.
-1 on the Gauze Flare.
So 4 up saves. Kills 1.
Oh, sweet.
Which one's it going to be?
One of the new Assault Marines as well. Such a shame, but beautiful models. So at the end of my turn, nothing can charge in because I whiffed on the advance of that. I was going to use the stratagem that could allow them to charge after advancing, but it wasn't to be. I managed to get some dudes back, and I've killed a significant amount over there.
Killed the impulsor.
Got my victory points and done some significant damage to the repulsor, which puts it into a bracketed, as we call, raspberry mode.
I've weathered the storm really luckily from the Doom Scythes. Otherwise it could have been
Doomsday
game
Arcs.
over. Sorry,
Yeah.
Doomsday Arcs, we were talking about it. They'd gone through and killed everything. A completely different battle, but still in it.
I whiffed.
Limping.
I whiffed so hard.
Over here, the Incest has moved around just to let the captain out and swing around here. The Eradicators have come out of the transport and are just here looking at the Doom Scythe.
Yeah, let's see how they perform.
And the Redemptors stayed where he is
With
as
his,
well.
with his peg leg.
Yeah. Over here, the Impulsor has dropped off the 10 Incestors who've moved up onto the objective and then hovered over here. All because I'm massively paranoid of them exploding. And Bill will always goad me into
If you want to find out why Patrick is paranoid about them exploding, go back to the Space Marines versus Tau game, which I won because of exploding impulses. # one stratagem. Yeah.
The Librarian has advanced up support over here and get into smite range. The bikes have moved up, they're 14 inches looking to charge at the destroyers, and the assault intercessors have moved up over here. The chaplain has a Canticle of Hate, which I haven't done yet because I wanted to film it. That goes off on a 3+, and that is +2 to charges.
Good.
This is quite interesting. We've been talking about this for 9th edition. Flyers can never be in engagement range. They can't strictly block things from moving through, but nothing can end their movement on the base.
So they can only block in the sense of the footprint of their base.
Yeah.
And then nothing else really.
Normally you couldn't move a model within half an inch of another one because that would be in engagement range, but flyers can't be in engagement range, so these are okay here and here.
Coolio.
I think that's it.
Over here?
Oh yeah, sorry. And the Reavers have dropped in back here 9 inches away from the...
Yeah. Your eyes are not deceiving you. That's 2 games in a row where Reavers have participated in an active battle report. So welcome to the world, Reavers.
Okay, so at the beginning of my turn, my command phase, I score 5 for holding this objective.
Yes.
5 for holding this objective. And then I score another 5 for holding more than Bill because he only holds 1 at the moment. So that's 15 points I've scored so far. And then I've gained a command point going up to 8. The Eradicators are going to shoot into the croissant, which is also called a Doomside, I believe.
Correct.
Okay, so they get 3 shots each, but if they all target the same model, then they get double the amount of shots. So it's going to be 6 shots.
Whoa.
Hitting on 4s because they're -1. And then re-rolling because of the Chapter Master. So that's 5 hits.
It's a bad day at the office for anyone who volunteered for Doomside pilot duty.
And then wounding on 3s and re-rolling 1s because the eye have hit off on the captain. So that is 4 wounds. It's AP -4, so it goes straight through because they don't get an in-bun. But not in melter range, so just 4d6 damage. Which comes out at 15 damage, so it's dead.
That's a lot of damage.
Does it explode?
Let's see if it crashes and burns with a d6 of a 3. No, it doesn't, so just would you remove that from play for me, handsome Patrick? Thank you.
Lovely painted model, Bill.
Thanks, so we have a little look at it. Oh, so good.
Smite onto the destroyers goes off on a 5. For a 12. I'll keep it, and I'll take D3 water wounds on myself. For 2. And D6 wounds on the destroyers. For 1, obviously.
Oh dear.
Every time.
Oh dear.
I don't think you can re-roll that.
Now we're going off.
The Psycho's going to cast Fortify on himself, which is a healing spell I'd taken for other infantry units. So that goes off on a 4. Goes off, and D3 wounds back for 3, so it's back to full.
Hooray! So you've gone, oh, that went a touch
Thanks for
wrong.
watching that psychic phase, everyone.
Okay, so I did forget in the last phase that I'm an Imperial Fist player, so I would have been getting extra hits on 6s and +1 damage with heavy weapons against vehicles, but I don't think I shot any vehicles, and I didn't really shoot many bolt guys.
It's okay, the comment section will probably miss it as well.
Okay, so 30 shots with the auto bolt rifles into these Necron warriors here.
They'll be fine.
Hitting on 3s, extra shots on 6s, and -1 AP now because we're in the tactical doctrine. Extra 6s with 26 hits, and then wounding on 4s.
13 5-up saves required. Watch this.
Oh
hello,
my God.
hello. Believe it or not, only 4 died then. So, you know, miracles can happen, can't they, Pat?
Yeah, I'm so upset right now. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me.
Don't look at it. Stop laughing at it.
The bikes to fire next. This one's the only one that can see them, so he'll shoot there, and the other 2 will shoot into there.
So this biker,
Yeah.
he's drawing a line and shooting the warriors.
But all the others are obscured either by this or the barrels.
So because I'm not close to the barrels, I don't get the benefit of cover from them.
This one can see a direct line, so
Roger.
that's it. So 4 shots into them, hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, AP -2, so 6-up saves.
One survives.
Oh my god.
I need him to survive.
That's the end of anything I can shoot at it as well, I think. 8 shots with the other 2 bikes, hitting on 3s.
Oh, Pat.
And then 5s and 6s. For 2 at AP -2. And that's 1 dead.
Yes. I will take that one.
Bolt pistols into the destroyers. All hit. And then I think they are toughness 5, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
So 1 wound, AP minus 1, I think. So that goes through.
Yeah.
I think it's 1 damage on that. From the sergeant, I won't overcharge. Hitting on 3.
Coward.
And then wounding on 3. No wounds. Absolver bolt pistol. Hits on a 2, I think. Well, hits anyway.
Yeah.
Then wounds on a maybe a 4 or 5. Let's see what I get. Wounds.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, definitely.
AP minus 1, I believe.
The
Check.
Absolver bolt pistol, isn't it?
Yeah.
We go rolling for a 4. Makes the save.
Yeah, it's only minus 1 on the bolt.
Absolver bolt pistol.
Absolver, but it is strength 5 on that one.
Oh, okay.
I've still got a repulsor, luckily.
Alright.
He's going to shoot 2 las cannons into the warrior and the Iron Hail heavy stubber, and then the onslaught gatling's out of range. That's going to go into the destroyers. Right. What I really need to happen is that the las cannons and the Iron Hail heavy stubber kill that guy.
It won't happen.
Because otherwise, I'm going to have to spend a command point to shoot a Hunter Slayer missile from it.
Oh, Jesus.
Which goes off on like a 4+ as well, so we'll see what happens. We'll start with the las cannons. Hitting on 4s because he's wounded. No rerolls. 2 hits. 2s to wound. Guy's dead.
No. Alright, yeah, he is.
No! Okay.
And there goes all those lovely warriors that were going to reanimate. Can no longer reanimate.
It still soaks up so much firepower.
Yeah, it has
So
done.
the whole 10-man unit of intercessors, a bike, the 2 las cannons and an Iron Hail, and then 3 orbital bombardments, and whatever the hell else I shot at last turn. I think my whole army, basically. Not too bad, really. And then the onslaught gatling into the destroyers, hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 5s. Exactly average. So 3
It's
at
a good.
minus
It's a
1.
good roll from what I'm used to.
3 at minus 1. 4s.
Yeah.
Kills 1 more.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Redemptor is going to shoot its plasma into the Tomb Blade, not overcharged. The Storm Bolters into the Warriors and the Onslaught into the Warriors as well. So D6 shots with the plasma for 3. Hitting on 5s because he's on his lowest bracket, and wounding on 3s. And they got 5 up inbound on the Tomb Blades.
Oh,
Nice,
3 of them.
nice.
3 of them survived.
Okay.
No tomb for this blade.
Into the Warriors.
Yeah.
Hitting on 5s
Good.
with 3 extra hits for Imperial Fists. Looking for 4s to wound and rerolling 1s for the Chapter Master's Relic. So we have 6 wounds there at AP minus 1 with 5 up on the Warriors. Another nice roll. Just 3 dead.
Rolling hot.
And then 6 from the Undersun Gatling. Hitting on 5s. And wounding on 3s. 1 wound, AP minus 1. Fine, so just 3 dead.
3
So
dead.
Executioner's going to fire the Onslaught Gatling, the Heavy Bolters, and the Iron Hail into, and the Storm Bolters into the Warriors, and the Heavy Laser Destroyer is going to go into the Tomb Blades. So 6 shots with the Heavy Bolters into the Warriors, hitting on 3s because he's not injured, plus 2 for fists, wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s for the Chapter Master is 6 at AP minus 1 because we're in the Tactical Doctrine. So that is 4 more dead, and then the Onslaught hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. So that is 7 at AP minus 1. Looking for 5 ups. Are they gone?
You're feeling pretty silly right now.
Laser Destroyer hitting on 4s against the Tomb Blade.
Worthy target.
Rerolling. Yeah. And then wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s. and that's a 4+ one. He's dead. Now, I needed to kill multiple units this turn, guaranteed, to score my attrition points. So I dedicated all the firepower, but it still leaves the Doomsday Arcs alive and the Wraiths. And he's got the heavy destroyers.
It's a points game, Pat. It's a points game. Play the mission.
Destroyers. They get +2 to the charge because of the Chaplain's litany.
Not going to Overwatch because it's just a bit toilet.
It was a 6, but I needed 4. So they're in. The Assault Intercessors are going to go in. And the Chaplain will go in as well. Why not? 5, that should do it. Oh, he gets the addition anyway. So he's in. And that's all my charges for this turn. 9-inch charge for the Reavers into the Doomsday Arc. Doesn't go off. Command point. I have to reroll both in 9th edition now. Looking for a 9 again. No, a 7. Dropping me down to 7.
You can't tie that turkey down.
No.
Only at Christmas.
Okay, so the Assault Intercessors are going in first. They get 2 attacks each, +1 for a chainsword, +1 for shock assault. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, +1 being sergeant, 17 attacks.
Oh.
Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 5s and 6s. So that is 4 at AP -1. So that is 1 more dead. Which one do you want to take?
The top one in the Chaplain.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Chaplain is going to pile in 3 attacks, 2s. And strength 5, because +1 for the Crosium. So 4 to wound.
Yeah.
So that is 3 wounds at AP -1. So 2 go through, doing 4 damage.
Oh no.
Dead. And then the bikes. So yeah, really glad I managed to get the bikes in combat with them getting shot off the table, which normally happens with new models. But you get 6 attacks each on the charge. They're base 2, 3 for the sergeant, extra 1 each for the chainswords, extra 1 for shock assault, and then they've got a new rule which gives them +2 attacks on the turn they charge.
Yeah.
Which is called Devastating Charge.
Devastating charge.
Okay. So that's 300 attacks hitting on 3s.
Have a couple more for luck. Yeah, wait till our new codex comes out.
It's
Yeah.
soon. It's soon.
It is soon. But do you know what else is coming out? Codex Space Marines.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
It might be the first codex that is worse than the last one though. 5s and 6s. 6 at AP -1. He's alive on 1 wound.
Wow. Wounds. He's got
Yeah.
2.
Got 2 wounds left. Yeah, good turn. I got rid of the big warrior blobs and have whittled down the destroyers. They've got to take a morale. And now, previously they had fly, could fall back and shoot. This would be a nightmare. But now they can't shoot, so that's one less thing to worry about.
Cool.
Other than that, I'm holding on to the objectives, so hopefully it'll be okay. I'm expecting some destroyers to come down in my backfield soon.
See what happens. Let's just see what happens. Necrons turn 2 command phase. I gain a command point back, which puts me up to 5. Living metal. Everything's gone back up to full strength except the Canoptic Reanimator, which is down 1 wound. Overlord is fine.
You get 5 victory points for holding that objective.
Hooray! I'm off, off the mark. My will be done. I'm going to cast that onto the Doomsday Arc there. I'm going to roll the reanimation protocols for the destroyers. I'm limited as to where I can place them because of the wraparound on the Space Marines and because of the geography. So basically I can bring 2 back maximum.
Yeah, we reckon coherency is now 5 inches vertically and within an inch, so we reckon we can get 2 in there.
Yeah, so
So,
it's the best
not
I can
bad.
hope for. So we're going to give it a go. So I'm looking for a...
Lost 4s and you need 5 ups. You get 1 back?
I get 1 back, so 1 destroyer comes back. The Immortals have come down off the wall and advanced a mighty 1 inch to try and get involved in the game, but alas. The Wraiths have pushed forward to try and put a bit of a bubble around this objective against the Raspberry Dreadnought. Over on this side I withdrew the destroyers from the combat and they've come to try and consolidate my 1 objective that I'm holding. that's Doomsday Ark has stayed in the same along with this one. And over here, the Skorpek Lord and the Skorpek Destroyers have come in from the only feasible board edge I can see that can actually do some damage. I've thought about over there, but I'm screened by the tanks and the Marines and the limited deployment zone rules for this turn.
Yeah, it's not like a normal deep strike where you can deep strike anywhere on the second turn.
No, they're
You have
coming
to be
in from
within 6
tactical
inches
reserves.
of the board edge and not the opponent's board edge or their deployment zone.
So my other options
That's
would have been
as close as you can get,
here and
isn't it?
here.
Yeah.
So this is the only chance they've got of actually attacking something, which will be the Dreadnought. First thing to do some shooting, the Doomsday Ark here with My Will Be Done cast on it. It's going to target the Repulsor Executioner because when I'm not playing with one, I hate them. D6 shots. 5. There we go.
Nice.
Now we're cooking on gas. 2s to hit.
Nice.
All hit.
3s to wound.
Here comes the tricky part. Yeah, there we go.
Actually, don't believe that.
Have you ever seen anything like it? Have you ever seen anything like it in your life?
It's gonna hurt me. If I'm never in the battle report again, someone call the police.
This one better perform. This Doomsday Ark is going to target the bikes.
And it's got Gauze Flare Res.
The Gauze Flare I'm going to put onto the Reavers over in the corner. So we'll do the Doomsday Cannon first. So D6 shots for a strong 1. I'm going to re-roll the 1 for the amount of shots for 5. That's,
Much better.
yeah. Hitting on
3s.
3s. 3 hits.
Wounding on 2s.
All wound.
AP minus 4, I think.
AP minus 5 on the Doomsday
Yep,
Ark.
so straight through. So 1 at a time, D6 damage. They've got 4 wounds each, these.
1.
1 takes a wound. Takes another wound.
Just.
It's got a wound left.
Oh,
Is this gonna be a 0?
no, it's 5.
So it kills a bike.
They've underperformed yet again. Gauze Flare Arrays firing at the Reavers in the corner. 20 shots because they're in half range. Hitting on 3s. 4s to wound.
4 up saves on the Reavers. Kills a Reaver.
Swords managed to strip off 1 more wound off the Redemptor Dreadnought there. Reanimator is going to shoot its atomizer beam at the bikes.
It's got a 4+ ballistic skill for some reason.
It's Canoptic, so it's not very good, but you
2
know.
hits.
Yeah, 2 hits.
Strength 6 against toughness 5.
3s.
2.
Yeah.
Minus 2. So 5 up saves on the bikes. Does damage.
Yay! The temptation is obviously to charge the Wraiths into the Dreadnought, but I need to protect that to hopefully score some points next turn if they're not annihilated. So it's just going to be down to the new boys. So we've got the Skorpek Lord and Skorpek Destroyers. They're going to be charging the Dreadnought because it's easier to charge up by 1 inch because of the repulsor field on the Executioner.
There's a 10-inch charge on the Dreadnought, but 11 against the Repulsor Executioner.
So
Who's
yeah,
first?
it's going to have to be the Destroyers. Looking for that lovely 10. Where's that dice gone? It's an 8.
You command points.
I have to. I'm going to re-roll both. Why not? Oh, it didn't work out.
And the Destroyer Lord.
Destroy Lord, let's see if he can get involved.
No.
No.
I score 4 victory points for attrition because I killed more in the last turn than Bill did.
Yeah.
And then I score 5 extra for holding my home objective and 5 extra for holding 2 objectives. But I don't score hold more because Bill kept his wraiths on that one over there. So the score is...
I see, yeah.
Yeah, I gained another 14 points there, putting me up to 33 to Bill's 13.
It's a big swing.
But it's going to be a big swing every time because it's like 5
Yeah.
points here, 5 points
Okay.
there. So it's easy.
So where obviously I've moved on to that but didn't score, I've also denied you the 5 points of this one over here.
Yeah.
Well, every day's a school day. Moving on.
The Chaplain's Canticle on a 3+, Canticle of Hate, goes off. And then I gain a command point going up to 8 command points. Okay, so this unit of Intercessors moved up, staying in range with the Sergeant and Coherency here. Over here, the Assault Intercessors moved round, and the Outriders moved over here as well. The Reavers moved up to within 3 inches of the Doomsday Ark. and the repulsor moved up slightly, so all of its guns are in range over here. The Eradicators have turned around to find a new target over this side after taking out the flyer, and the Repulsor Executioners move over to shield the captain, and the Redemptor Dreadnoughts moved up as well.
Uh-oh.
But here the Intercessors have stayed still over there. Go straight into the Psychic phase?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the Librarian is going to cast Fortify onto the Intercessor squads, which on a 4+ heals D3 wounds. It goes off, and D3 wounds for 2, healing him back up. And then do a Smite onto the Destroyers, looking for a 5. Goes off and does D3 mortal wounds for 1. I'm going to pay 2 CP for the stratagem, which means auto bolt rifles automatically hit and don't roll to wound. So just automatically hit within half range.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's 30 hits on the Destroyers.
That'll be fine.
Staying in a tactical doctrine as well, looking for 5s and 6s. That stratagem's called Bolt Storm, by the way.
That many got through.
Didn't get many wounds in the end. -1, so looking for 4s. But it's enough to kill the unit.
Yeah.
The bikes are going to shoot into the Immortals over there. So 8 shots, looking for 3s. 2 misses, but 2 extra hits because of the 6s and Imperial Fist. And then 4s to wound. So that is 5 at AP -2 because of tactical dodging.
5s.
It's 3 dead.
3 dead. Pew, pew, pew.
Heavy bolt pistols into the Canoptic Reanimator, looking for 3s. 2 hits, looking for 5s to wound. 1 wound, AP -1.
4. No, it loses a wound.
And then the Plasma Pistol I won't overcharge into the Reanimator. Misses. Resolver bolt pistol. Hits, looking for 5s. Doesn't wound. And the Reavers shot into the
Doomsday Arc.
Doomsday Arc, just causing 5 damage. 1 las cannon did make it through, but rolled a 1 for the damage. The Eradicators into the Destroyers.
The Scorpec Destroyers.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling. And then looking for 3s to wound, rerolling 1s. That is 4, AP -4, so I believe that goes straight through.
Yeah.
They don't have an invuln, do they? The new
No,
ones?
the Lord does, but the unit doesn't.
So the first one does 3 damage, how much?
So with that 3 damage, we'll tank it on the wee little plasma site. Oh, that's why they're here.
I should have shot some low damage weapons at him first, just try and kill that guy. And then the next one, D6 damage for 2. I'll command point that. Drop me down to 5 for 3, kills it. Next one does 3, kills that, and the last one kills him. So that's 3
Oh
gone.
my god.
Down the command point.
I'm glad I rushed them through the paint mill.
Next, I'm going to shoot the heavy laser destroyers into this.
Hang on.
I'm going to shoot everything into it.
Okay, cool.
4 heavy laser destroyers
Watch
hitting
me tank it.
on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the chapter master. Ooh. Wounding on 3s, I believe. 2, AP -4, so you got your 5 up invuln or 4 up.
4 up invuln save does not work.
It's minimum 3 damage, so it's dead.
At least it looks nice.
5 shots into wraiths from the bolt rifles. I regret moving them around a bit because they don't get.
Yeah.
Just give them a shuffle for no reason, just to move stuff.
Yeah, why not? You know, it's not like they're being challenged at the back, is it?
Yeah. And then 5s and 6s.
1.
3 up in 1.
Yeah, watch this. 1.
Redemptor will shoot everything into the wraiths.
Good.
He will overcharge.
Yeah.
So 2 wounds left. There's an incredibly high chance he's
Yeah,
going to
please
die.
just detonate and blow the tank up.
D6 shots, that's off the board.
That's off the board.
That's gone forever. For 2. Okay, perfect amount to kill himself. Hitting on I believe 5s. I'm not going to re-roll that. In fact, I will re-roll that.
Wow.
2 hits.
Oh, Pat.
Wounding on 3s. Okay, and that's your invuln of 2. Fine.
One good thing about Wraiths is that 3+ invuln, isn't it?
Yeah, they're difficult to shift. So 6 shots from the underslung onslaught. 4 5s. And then 4s to wound. Roll it 1s. 1 wound. 3 up invuln.
What
Pass
was it?
with a 5.
Yes. The tables are turning.
8 shots with the storm bolters. Hitting on 3s, but 4 extra shot. And 5s and 6s, rerolling 1s. That is 4 at your invuln. So Wraith dead.
Yeah. Whack.
Last bit of shooting, I believe, is the captain's auto bolt rifle. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 5s and 6s. 1 wound in the Wraith.
Passes it with ease. Charge phase, the Repulsor Executioner and the Dreadnought both charged into the Wraiths.
Yep.
And over on this side, the bikes charged in to the Reanimator along with the Assault Intercessors. The Dreadnought tagged the Doomsday Ark.
So the Reavers
and the Reavers.
5 attacks with the Chaplain hitting on 2s. And then wounding on 5s and 6s. So that is 3 at -2.
It's only -1 from the Craziest, so it's a 5-up save for the Doomsday Ark. 1 save, 2 go through.
And they're 2 damage each, you can ignore them on 1s.
So quantum shielding, no.
So it takes 9 wounds so far.
Attacked, and they've got 2 wounds through.
2 more down.
Yeah, 2 wounds down.
The Assault Intercessors next. 2 attacks each, +1 for Shock Assault, +1 for Astartes Chainsword. So 4 each and an extra 1 for the Sergeant.
5s and 6s to wound. Oh dear. It's not many.
There's 5 at AP -1. I think it's got 4 up for this. Down to 1 wound.
Oh no.
7 attacks. Sorry, 6 attacks each. +1 Shock Assault, +1 for Astartes Chainsword, +2 for charging, and an extra 1 for the Sergeant.
Oh my god.
Hitting on 3s.
This is from 2 bikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be buying some more bikes, definitely. And then 5s and 6s to wound. 3 wounds, AP -1. So, 4 wounds, sorry. Passes.
Oh!
That is annoying.
Yes!
Well, I've got objective secured,
Yeah,
so as long
you
as it
have.
doesn't kill all of those, I'm okay.
Oh.
That's from the Redemptor, hitting on 5s.
Into the Wraiths.
Hitting on 5s, because he's so bracketed. And then, Chapter Master.
Luckily.
3 hits. Wounding on
For the
2s.
Master.
Rerolling 1s. So it's 3 at your 3 up invuln. One
Lose
goes
another
through, does
wound.
D6 damage.
Oh.
For 2. I'll command point that. 6 kills 1.
Smash.
6 attacks from the Repulsor Executioner, hitting on 6s. Chapter Master rerolls. No hit. So 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. Wounds. No AP.
Hiya. Safe. Okay, the Canoptek Reanimator is attacking back. 4 attacks.
Yep. It's got elongated claws, which is strength user. So weapon skill 4+.
All hit.
Who are you attacking, by the way? You can either attack
Oh,
the
so
bikes.
it's going to be on the... I hate the bikes.
Yeah, so the bikes.
So, yeah.
4s to wound. 3 wounds. And it's AP -2. So the bikes have a 5-up save. It takes a wound.
An act of petty vengeance, I'm looking to gut the cords and power cables of the Dreadnought with the Vicious Claws. So 3 attacks hitting on 3s. Alright, some good ones.
Wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s. Alright, it's a strong 3. Alright. 8. In the command phase, I've got a command point back up to 4. Living Metal back up to 4 wounds.
Left. Yeah.
That's
2
back up to
wounds.
2 wounds. My will be done on the Doomsday Arc again.
Don't
And
hold any objectives though.
I don't hold any objectives because Pat's rushed this one.
Objective secured.
Objective secured, the dude's there. And this one is in contention with 2 units outnumbering mine. Okay, just before I cover the movement, I managed to reanimate the 3 dead Immortals and bring back 1 Wraith using the Canoptic subroutines, is it? Repair subroutines.
Yep. Which is shown on here.
On the Handsome Patrick cheat sheet, available in the link below. I then played with my last two command points, enhanced reanimation protocols. Didn't make a blind bit of difference, but I did get one back. I'm going to fire my Doomsday Arc at the Repulsor Executioner again. Let's see if we can actually scratch some paint off it. My Will Be Done's been cast, so D6 shots for a strong 1. I'm out of command points. And is life worth living at this point?
2's to hit.
2's to hit, here comes a strong... Wow, look at that,
3's
scraping
to
the...
wound. I think they killed 1 bike this whole game.
Oh my
It's 3 times
goodness.
They killed 1 bike and 1 Reaver.
Yeah, the Doomsday Arcs are going to get binned. Okay, I was going to use the Immortals to maybe target the Eradicators, but because of the obscuring terrain rule, I can't get a bead on them, so it's going to have to be at the Dreadnought. 3's to hit, exploding 6s, of which there is not a single one. 5's to wound. 2.
3 plus saves. Alive and 1 wound.
Just to finish off the shooting phase, the Doomsday Arc managed to get the Gauze Flare Rays into the Reavers, killing 1 and wounding 1.
Can't shoot the Doomsday Cannon because it's a
Because of the new blast.
it's a blast weapon. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was pretty much it. So
Wraiths,
the Wraiths have just charged into the Dreadnought. And let's see what happens. Okay, Wraiths attacking the Dreadnought. Hitting on 3's. Not too shabby.
wounding on 5s.
5's to wound. Quite shabby.
1 wound. It's only got 1 wound left.
Oh, could this be it? You know what you'll do then, don't you? You'll explode.
Killing everyone instantly. Vicious Claws are -2, so looking for a 5-up save on the Redemptor. No.
He explodes. What do I want to keep him alive? I don't want him to die.
I'll spend a command point. Because you can't command point the explosion anymore, which is what I'm so scared about.
Oh, okay.
So on a 5+ he survives. No. Does he explode on a 6? Bill's face is so good right now. It's the biggest smile anyone's
I'm
ever
so
seen.
happy if he explodes.
On a 6.
Oh,
Tension.
oh, I felt it. I saw the 6.
And then you can consolidate into the repulsor if you want to.
Yes, I shall.
You shall.
It's your combat turn.
Yeah. So I'm going to attack with the bikes. They've lost 3 attacks each now because they haven't charged, because they got no shock assault and no
Aww.
charging bonus. So 3 attacks each and 4 for the sergeant, hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 5s and 6s. So just 1 wound, AP -1.
Safe.
I should attack with them really. You'll go next.
Attacking back now. I'm going to attack the bikes. Assault intercessors doing what they do best.
Hitting on 3s. I should attack with them really first. They still got a bunch of attacks.
I think you've got it sewn up. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
5s and 6s. Just 1. AP -1. Takes a wound down to 1.
Living metal coming into its own there.
Oh, yeah, would have been dead otherwise. Doomsday Arc. Should not bother with that.
No.
You can do it on camera. I think it's D3 attacks probably.
For 1,
Attacks.
hitting on.
It's got 1, yeah.
Misses.
On a 6, yeah.
Yeah, miss.
Chaplain, 4 attacks. On 2s. 5s and 6s. 2 wounds. AP -1, so 5 up. Nope.
Nope.
And then 1s to save for quantum shielding. No, it's dead. Does it explode? No.
A reliable 1 there when it really mattered.
And
Doomsday Arc was named ironically in that it's its own doom. That you get on it and go, this is a Doomsday Arc. So not for the enemy, for the driver. End of my turn, Because I killed the Dreadnought, I get another 3 victory points for my secondary. But unfortunately, I don't score any of the OBSEC points because I'm just outmanned at every location.
So at the start of my command phase, go up a victory point of 4, and then I score 5 for holding 1,
Yeah.
another 5 for holding 2, and then another 5 for holding more.
Holding more, yeah.
And then I get 2 for holding this objective, and then 3 for holding my opponent's objective, and then I get another 4 for killing more in the last turn as well.
So what you're saying is it's close.
Yeah, I think it's about 58
The score-
to 16.
It's
or something.
57-16. I won't have you sneaking a point over the line. It's 57 points to 16.
So I think if we play this turn, Bill and I were talking about ending the game. I think these should really kill them.
They'll wipe that off.
This objective here, and then hopefully these intercessors, the Eradicators, the captain, the repulsor would kill off the immortals, and the repulsor would shoot all of its weapons into combat, and these charge in. So I think it's
So, a catastrophic loss for the Necrons under the new scoring.
they need that codex so badly.
They need it.
You've got a cheat sheet now.
I've got a cheat sheet, Hanson Patrick's cheat sheets, available in the link below.
Personally, I think Necrons need the Warriors to have a 3+ save,
Yeah.
Reanimation Protocols to go off on a 4+. They need a points reduction across the board, and the Doomsday Arcs needs to have more options to be more reliable, because they could be one of the strongest things in the whole game, and instead they killed 1 bike and 2 Reavers the whole match.
Yeah. Absolute turkeys all game. Thank you very much, Patrick. Air 5.
Bang!
Bang. Wallop. Another one in the bag for Warzone Morloc.
If
Stay
you've
tuned.
watched this far, you're probably already a subscriber.
Yeah. For everyone who's skipped and done an average of 11 minutes on this video, thanks. See you in the next one.